and welcome to Active Citizens Parliament. My name is Sharon Enemchuku and I am joined in the studio by the beautiful, pleasant, glowing Ifoma Oji. Good evening.
I didn't see that coming.
But how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very well. And you're looking beautiful.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you. All right, let's go straight to the stories that we have for today. First up, former Senator Dino Melaye is back in the spotlight, but now not for theatrics. He has been called by the Federal Capital Territory Magistrate Court to appear on September 5th, 2025 over an alleged tax bill exceeding 509.6 million naira, a claim stemming from unpaid and underdeclared tax for as far back as 2019, and especially for 2023 and 2024. Meanwhile, in political circles, Rotimi Amaechi, now aligned with the African Democratic Congress, ADC, has declared his intention to run for presidency in 2027. He's made a notable promise that if elected, he will serve just one term, citing the need to honor Nigeria's unwritten north-south power rotation and ensure stability. So, this is what we're going to be discussing tonight, but let us start from the first story. The issue of zoning, Dino Melaye. Let's start with Dino Melaye and the issue of tax. So they said that the reason why this tax is this huge is because he, underpaid in previous years, even after stating his annual income, which was running into millions. He paid, I think in 2023, 85,000 naira. The next year, 100,000 naira, which was not commensurate with the annual income he has come out to publicly proclaim. And now they are saying that he has been summoned. But I just wanted to take your perspective and your take on the entirety of this issue, because some people are speculating online that this is as a result of him moving to ADC and not because of, them wanting to follow things as it should be. Do you understand what I'm saying? So do you also buy into that ideology?
Well, the issue of tax, let me just address the issue of tax in this country. I have a problem with FIRS, I have a problem with SIRS, and I have a problem with the state government when it comes to how they manage taxes. It's quite sad that we are hearing news like this about a politician, a top outspoken politician, somebody that is vibrant when it comes to politics, and it's there things, some certain things runs through my mind, and I am taken aback because I see how tax is being treated, the way they harass people when it comes to tax here in Nigeria, and they can't even do same with this top elite people or politicians. You could take, if you check the market, you see that the people that earn lower are paying up to maybe like 20,000 naira, 50k or thereabout for tax. And if they don't pay this, they have various sanctions. They might even end up locking your shop. And this same set of persons will still come out in the open and tell you, urge people to, pay tax. That is a way of giving back to the country, being a patriotic citizen, and it helps in development. And it looks as if, it's not even that it looks as if, it is more like we are the ones funding their flamboyant lifestyles. That is what it is, because a politician or a top government official will come out in the open and tell you, you people should pay tax, but those persons, they don't pay tax. And there is no system that has been set up to ensure that these people pay their tax. If not for the fact that he defected, would they have brought up this particular tax question and tax what's it called, the whole scenarios or situation around the tax? It wouldn't have sufficed again. But because he's a top person, because he's no longer in that shield, you get, they are bringing up this thing. It's quite sad.
If you see,
let me tell you, if you see the way yeah, they treat people like they treat market women, keke riders, and the rest of them because of these tax. Because of these tax, and it's quite sad they can't treat this same set of persons. It makes me question the equality system and the partiality that is being melted on this. It's more like the law favors those top politicians and the elites. It's quite sad.
So do you think now that Dino Melaye paying 120,000 naira in tax after declaring over 1.5 million naira as per income does it sound to you like tax evasion, or what do you just think about that, paying such amount of money whereas you're earning more than that?
You know what he earns. You get, he has come out in the public to talk about his internally generated income. So if that is the amount he's supposed to pay yearly or monthly,
they said that's not the amount.
That's not, yes, but that's what this tax was body. That's what they do. When you don't meet up to your tax, they kind of assume that this is how much you're supposed to pay, and they will message you. And they said they have been sending messages across to this man for this particular tax payment, but he has been non-compliant about it. They even said they posted on his gate.
Okay,
you get, but he couldn't comply.
Do you think, I mean, them coming to paste that notice on his gate, do you think that was them going through due process?
Even if it's not due process, but I think they wanted to explore all the means to reach out, you get, to him before they follow the due process of law, which is taking him to court, which they have actually done at this point in time. So
now, okay, I understand what you're saying, but especially with this issue of tax that you mentioned, that it seems as though the elite or political office holders are not held accountable for their tax, whereas the common man in Nigeria is being held accountable for tax payments and all of that. Now, do you think that this high-profile tax case will push other politicians to be more tax compliant? Because I wanted to say when you were talking that we don't know the number of politicians that are not even paying their tax.
The thing there is that they negotiate. It's because this man is no longer in that thing, but they negotiate or even dodge this tax completely because, I mean, they are ruling. They have the money. So we pay tax for them. Nigerian citizens pay tax for them, you get, and they don't pay at all. So that's what they do.
So it's a one-sided something.
Yes, exactly.
We are paying and some other people are not paying.
Reaping. Yeah, exactly.
This is really sad. Anyways, I think at the end of the day, if there's anything I'm going to say on the matter I just wanted to say that if they are going after former Senator Dino Melaye for the tax issues, they should make it general, please. They should go after other politicians that are yet to pay their taxes, they are yet to comply with taxes, their tax payments and all of that. They should go after all of them, because it's just seeming as though the moment you defect to another party, all of a sudden your dirty linings are just aired in public. If it's not EFCC calling you, ICPC is calling you, now tax issue, court issues, one issue or the other. I just want for us to get to that point where we have independent bodies that are going to do what they are supposed to do without being pushed by any political party, whether it's the ruling party or not. It is, of course, right that you pay your taxes, but why wait until now? Tax that you said started having issues, you are having issues with the figures from 2019 to 2025. It's yet to be resolved. Later, we'll go and start borrowing money. I just think that we should pay more attention to these things, and it shouldn't be used as a tool to kind of cajole people to do what we want them to do. That's just my opinion.
And in addition to this, I wanted to say this, which I mentioned earlier. I mean, nobody is above the law.
Nobody.
So whatever you do to A, do same to B. You cannot come and be harassing people, ordinary people, for tax, whereby there are a lot of persons that run into their tax or their money, their monthly this thing run into billions, and they cannot even account for it. That is another thing that is paining me in those whole thing. So if you're coming out to say this man should pay for the tax or else you will seize his properties, just like you said, go after other elites. Go after all other politicians that don't pay.
They say charity begins at home.
Exactly. And then again, I question this set of persons, like I said earlier, that come out to tell us to pay for this thing. I thought they should be leading by example. Is it not when you pay tax that you come out to, urge people to pay the same tax?
Yes.
But when you don't do same, how do you expect people to pay? Some people might even be comfortable with the fact that if a top politician like Dino Melaye is evading, is evading tax, why should he or she pay tax? How much is the tax that the person will be harassing him? You understand? So
do you know that another thing? Yes. Okay, I just want to add another thing that I also noticed from this is I don't know how they are going to go about this, but they made mention of the fact that after Dino Melaye had come to publicly declare his annual income, and he didn't commensurate with the tax that he paid. It's not as though he did not pay tax. It's just that he came out to publicly declare his annual income and it didn't match. It didn't make sense, right? Now I'm saying, what about people that have not come out to publicly declare their funds? People that are, silent spenders, that are not loud on social media, because we know Dino Melaye to be really outspoken.
Yeah.
So what about those people that are just eating and cleaning mouth? What systems are in place to, go and ask people, go and check these records? Because the other day we saw the TikTok streamer Pella coming to say that he was giving a tax bill of 36 million naira because another influencer, a person of Gege, came to say that he used a certain huge amount of money to set up his home studio. So it's as though they are relying on publicly declaring. So what about those that are not publicly declaring?
The thing is that I see at this point, I think these people don't even know their duties. They don't even.
I don't think they have the data. I don't think they know how to.
They don't know what they are there for. That is the thing, and that's why I still talk about this nepotism of a thing. They employ people, or they elect people who are not even eligible for that position into the position, and when they come into the position, they impose tax on people that know they are not even supposed to be imposing tax on. Why are you imposing tax on Pella? Why?
Oh, they said that
so because they came out to talk about the amount he earns.
Yes.
It's more like we run in a selective injustice system in Nigeria. That is basically what it is. That is what it is.
No, it is. It's looking
tell
like
me
that.
But at the same time, they have actually he has been summoned to court. And at this point, I will advise him, if he has been paying tax, if he said he has been paying tax, he should provide receipts. Let them see if he has, because according to them, they say he underpaid from 2019 to 2022, and this recent one again. So if he has receipts of the payments, various payments he has made as regards to this tax, I mean, he should provide it in court,
so that we can just move forward.
Exactly. Let's because this is not what we should be concerned about. This shouldn't be the top topic in this country. It's not what we are. There are a lot of things, bothering Nigeria. There are a lot of things bothering the economy that we need to fix or put in place, rather than this person pay tax, this person did not pay tax. We don't want anything like that.
Exactly. And please, they should stop using bodies that are supposed to be independent as tools for their own personal gains. But talking about 2027, Amaechi, former Governor Rotimi Amaechi, has come out to say that he will be contesting for the 2027 presidential seat under ADC, okay? And that he's also going to stay for one term. Now, there are some statements that he made that I just wanted you to help me think about it. Let me understand your own perspective. So when he talks about the possibility of zoning in the ADC, because they are yet to talk about that, it's just the PDP that have come out to say they are zoning to the south. The former governor now said that decision rested with the party rightfully, but maintained that he would remain in the race regardless. So it's as though they are saying, we are taking this zoning, we are giving it to the north, or we are giving it to the south. He said no matter what they say, that he's going to contest regardless. Now, from the tone of his message, does this sound like a peaceful threat?
It's looking like a peaceful threat, but let's just take a look at the message and the tone of the message. You could see that the message is kind of he's actually being quite vocal and confident about what he feels. I don't know what is backing him up. I don't know, you know, but you could see that he sounds like he's ready for 2027. Okay. Even though that the ADC, they are still weak, they are still feeble, they don't even have that capacity, if not for Atiku, who also publicly stated that he will be running for president.
I know there's also so, to be that.
Yes,
we are not
also
sure.
Exactly. Though El-Rufai has come out to clear the air that he's not interested in, you know, contesting for 2027. But at the same time, we know how weak this party is. We know the kind of internal crisis they are having within them. They are even yet to fix the internal crisis. You could see, was it yesterday or was it in the morning? Well, it was yesterday that we were talking about what is his name? He was talking about doing this thing. Remind me. He mentioned something about. I'm trying to.
Is it the ADC?
Yes, ADC. There was something. There was this comment he made. He said he's now the chairman. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chairman. Yes. That he has assumed the role of chairman.
So you could see that somebody that the party hasn't even given official, you know, declaration that he is now the official. He has come to declare himself the chairman. You could see that a lot of ups and downs. Back and forth in ADC, and this is another person sprouting up to say he's contesting
whether
you like it or and he said that nobody, you know,
he's not sharing. We'll make him to
step down. But at the same time, we know that these are just
these are our politicians. They are very determined when it comes to taking position. But when it comes to saying, "Oh, I promise that I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to make sure I do this," they always come up with excuses.
Calm down. By the time this man, what's it called, Atiku Abubakar, you know, lavishes money on the party and INEC, and on him. Probably you see the way he will die every
No, I just pray that this is not a money issue.
See, let me tell you,
is
it not
Nigeria? ADC is the only opposition party now that we're looking at.
Nigeria we did.
No, we cannot do Nigeria. We did.
Money have volume, and once you have money, you literally have.
That's why we are telling
these
Nigerians to change the business as usual mantra. That people will just come and spend money, because this was the same thing that happened in PDP in 2023. The article came out for president under that same party, the same spending money and all of that. We have gone beyond that. How much can you even spend in your lifetime? Have you asked yourself that question? But talking about spending money, he talked about the fact that he made some statement that on political appointment, he said that the government has not, this current administration had not reflected genuine inclusion. He mentioned that only a few individuals close to the president has been rewarded. Now, I have a slight problem with that statement. He said only a few individuals close to the president has been rewarded. Now, rewarded on what? On what basis? Rewarded as per they're giving contracts, giving jobs.
Yes, political appointments.
What merit? Is it because they are close to the president?
It's the same thing that
now, so he's not asking for his own national cake.
Yes, exactly.
You see why I have a problem with this? It's just as though he's saying that he only has a problem with the government because he's not getting his share of the national cake.
Yes,
and this is what most politicians are doing now.
Not just that, you know, he mentioned something like inclusivity, which is actually something that has been an issue. Just like recently they've said that they are now including the PDP have come out to say they are opening the distant portal for southern candidates to, you know, contest for presidency coming to. You could see that, but this was not the same thing then when they gave Atiku Abubakar the ticket to contest for 2020 was it 2023 election. Yeah, so you could see that inclusivity, even up till date, they are still having, apart from PDP, they are still having that same issue in PDM in APC. So I love the fact that he highlighted the inclusivity issue, but at the same time, the intent, just like what he said, behind that inclusivity is what I am questioning. You already mentioned that it's more like he wants to take his own part of the national cake. You get, so that's basically his intention that I'm questioning.
I think we have the same views on this that matter. But there's another thing he also said, talking about his candidacy and his credibility. He described himself as one of the most credible candidates in the country because he's from the South, and that the South does not have any problem or wahala with any other regions. And so I am asking, your credibility for presidency in 2027 is because you are from the South? Please make it make sense. I want to understand. Is that the only thing that when I was reading this, I wanted to see more things. I was waiting to see more things that he would list out. But I just saw, and I just kept flipping because I didn't see anything else.
We can help him out now.
Because
he was once the deputy governor. He has been in seat. And not just that. You know, he belonged to he belongs to this oil is this sector, this region, oil region. Is it Northern Rivers? Yes, so they have oil. But the thing there is that he's saying because he's from the South. But there's another thing I think I read that he mentioned. He said the South, that inclusivity problem, that the South are having crisis when it comes to oil, that these people just come to their distant states, milk oil from them, and don't develop their state. So he's kind of, you know, posting kind of what should I call it? He's bringing out himself like, okay, he's that credible candidate that will represent the interest of River States. You get, so which is quite nice.
It's not a gubernatorial election we are talking about. What concern River State?
No, it's that inclusivity now, because for them they feel like they are being marginalized.
Right, of course. I just think,
but that shouldn't be what he should be because he's from the South.
You know, another thing that is even more funny that is crazy is the fact that he also said the one-term presidency promise. He gave us the promise that when elected he would just stay for one term, stating that he wants to honor the unwritten rule that the North-South, so after the South rules the North, so he would just stay for one term. And I'm saying, wait, I have a problem with Nigerians being copycats.
Exactly.
Because first of all, where did we first hear of one term? Was it not in 2023?
Exactly.
Or even 2022 when
even of recent.
Yes, since then I'm just trying to compare the length of the time we've been hearing the one term. And after one term presidency, I think another candidate in Anabra's for the gubernatorial election came out to also say one term. You will stay for one term. And that was what according to Governor Soludo, caused that statement that anybody that is saying that they will stay for one term should go for brain evaluation. And I'm saying all this one term, is it just copy and paste, or they are trying to appeal to a certain region?
No, what he's just trying to do here is, like I said before, he's positioning himself against 2027. It's just mere campaigning. It's campaign that he's doing.
Indirectly.
If it means to copy what P2B said for people to buy what he's selling, he's ready to do that. You get, but the thing there is that he knows quite well that he's not financially capacitated to, you know, vie for that post of presidency, because his party is not even the ruling party. I wonder how he wants to do that. Just like what I said earlier, I said I don't know what is backing him up.
Me, I don't even think about the party. If the party is not really big, even if they are not financially buoyant, if you are a credible candidate and you want to contest from that party, I think they should see beyond your party. Because this is one thing that is affecting APC. They feel like they have all the money.
There's something that we did not even highlight. This is the same man that defected from PDP to APC, from now to ADC. So it's still that same set of persons that we are talking about. And at this point, we don't want to know again. We don't want them again.
And they will not agree.
We don't want them again.
This is why we
like
need our
these
PVCs.
people need to be flushed out. And INEC has come out in the open to declare that the PVC registration, the online registration is ongoing, and there are lots of PVC physical registration will soon commence, or rather has commenced. Yes, it says 20. This is so. I think every Nigerian, every youth should go to various INEC offices and pick up their voters card, because there are lots piled up in INEC offices to be, picked by what is it called, the youths, or rather Nigerians.
But to the 5 million people that have not collected their PVCs, because according to INEC, they said there are over 5 million PVCs that are waiting collection. I don't know what people are waiting for, to be honest. Go and take your PVCs, please. Don't postpone it. Don't say I will do it later. It's still 2025. These politicians are not thinking the way you are thinking. They are working round the clock, so you should also work round the clock. Exactly. If you've not collected your PVCs, please go and collect it. You don't even have any issues. The people that have not registered, it is time for you to register. There is no excuse for you, literally. But on that note, talking about the 2027 elections that is forthcoming, do you see any challenge that we might face, in 2027, apart from the fact that we are still battling with underwhelming registrations and collection? Is there any other challenge that we might encounter? There's
a lot of challenges, starting from INEC, starting from local governments, the reforms. If INEC is able to, fix their problems, and EFCC to fix their own problem, then I don't think we actually have challenges, because I mean this reform should start from INEC, which is the core body that, yes, exactly. Is this same set of persons that politicians will still take billions to, and then they will do their bidding. So if reforms are being implemented in their own sector, this particular one is the bane of every other thing. The success of 2027 is dependent on INEC. So if they reform their system, then I think we don't have any challenge.
I think I would also agree with that, because you talked about the fact that we need reforms and all of that, but there is a question that we keep asking. In 2023 they asked INEC the same question. You had 4 years to prepare for an election. Why are you now delivering on that delivering? You had 4 years, and apart from the 4 years, the budget that goes into INEC, the money that they separate for, we are going to run free, fair elections. Now, I'm just begging that anything that caused the glitch in 2023, it should have been fixed. Now, not even 20. Now they should start fixing it, because also in the by-elections we saw the same glitches. The results were not 100% uploaded to the server. All those things we should
for
be
72 hours.
We should be a digital country by now, 2025. All of these issues, what are the plans to rectify them so there is not a repeat in 2027? Because in 2027 we don't want to start hearing that we are having technical glitches, the money is not here. And also I also think that they should reorientate the INEC officials. Okay, they're always coming late. Always coming late, not all the time, but in most polling units they're always coming late.
Sometimes the problem are not actually from the officials. That is those people that they take to that come to the field for that assignment. The main problem are from, is internal. Let me say, for example, I had to interview one of those persons that did this INEC registration, and they said that it was actually their bosses, the head in their department that delays them, that she doesn't come early. So they are supposed to pick the materials from them, because the material is not in their possession.
That don't come.
Yes. So they're supposed to, disburse the materials to them, and then they bring it to the field. So I think who we should be talking to are the officials.
That's why I said the INEC officials, the main head, the people that are in charge. They should try and fit in, work with time, because at the end of the day, I don't know how you cannot manage time and you expect to run a free, fair election. But I think that's what we are going to call it a wrap on the show. It was a pleasure having this conversation. Thank you so much, Ifoma Oji. Thank you for doing this with me. And to our VIP viewers, please remember that the comment section is yours. Drop your comments, opinions in the comments, and like, share, subscribe. Follow us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Sharon Enemchiku. And you, Ifoma? You
can find me on Facebook at Orji Sophia and on Instagram at Misolex. Please don't say I did not tell you. Go and pick your PVC.
All right. Till we see you tomorrow morning for Morning Pulse. Do have a good evening.